Hello, I am Michael Lighten, writer of science fiction and poetic works. I'm reading each section from Care Teachings for the World. Each section will have its own part, so that you can hear how the writing flows and see if you have interest. This reading consists of We Are the Fallen from Care Teachings for the World. I said that. After this reading, I will leave connections in the show notes below. We Are the Fallen. As a researcher, I continue to think what happened when it came to our fallen state was not clearly explained. As I pointed out earlier in the book, it was because of cataclysmic events that destroyed populations and records. Thus, writers stamped the negative of genetic past, extreme environmental conditions, lifestyle choices, which were impressed by genes and environment, which is a vicious cycle of turning. Failed to explain this momentous effect enough to make a difference. Found through much study, we are the fallen ones, but we forgot our origin. The best explanation I found was and is through the book The Fallen by Michael G. Reschia. This book that resonated with me in a deep fashion and thus worked on these words to follow. Michael G. Reschia quote, "The paradise was indeed lost because the energy was now the field energy and not Godhead energy or angelic energy. It was the energy produced by those souls trapped within the fall." That's the fall, the book The Fall. The fallen. The fallen is a stage, dropping below that which it was before. There are varying degrees of falling. The section I want to point out all the areas of falling that we as humans do daily and how to move from the fallen stage to the state of the risen. The constant struggle between dark and light. There is a constant battle between darkness and light. This battle is eternal. For to create, there must be a void, darkness to draw from. By being perfect in our creation, we move to develop something new against the divine will. This contributed to the fallen state. We are the angels that fell, trapped in reincarnation cycles till we are released from our earthly trappings, either through moving into the spiritual cleansing spheres and going higher toward God, or while on earth more difficult by doing what is right morally, mentally, and emotionally. This is the dilemma being human. Each baby born is instructed of this, but mired in the negativity of the fallen, forgot their purpose on earth. There are not two roads going in different directions, but a variety of roads going in various directions, some darker than the other paths. The lighter, brighter paths are the way up, but many souls fooled by the fallen vibrations believed they were going up, but end up going down, rabbit hole, darkness which the return can be eons. This is termed hell, but hell is not eternal, as instructed in various books. It lasts if the soul believes beneficial to them. It is not. Then the realization, the move upward. God being forgiving, receives all his children, return from the darkness without conditions. Our continued fallen state. Echoes. The fall vibrate through our lives like a pulse. Fall was never rectified because we caused it. Thus, each baby born to the world is subdued by the negative vibrations and asked to move deeper into the fallen state instead of moving higher from within the darkness so that light can rectify the condition. There are stopgap measures in place for each soul to turn it around to a more calming and peaceful life. But with horrendous conditions and drama in play, it's difficult for a soul to see the light. These stopgap measures are placed in various spots as reminders for the soul this path to true harmony. Could be a near-death experience, tragedy within the family, a disease, something to shake the soul from its sleep and damnation. Damnation is because God is unforgiving. The soul with a conscience will terrorize itself, knowing any evils accrued, blood on his hands will be justified, if not an earthly life, a spiritual death. Each soul is given an idea or rough estimate of what its life will be like on earth. Souls do not go blindly here, or it would have been a complete disaster immediately. Each soul, a beacon of light from God, moves in the darkness, hoping to rectify the error of the fall and to bring souls closer to divinity. Whenever a soul opens itself through prayer, meditations, and affirmations, the more its role becomes a crystal that shines about until the way is clear for all to see. The next one is how do we get to here, but I'm going to break that up, put that in another section. So there will be 8 sections. I debated between 6 and 8, and now it's clarified. So that's it on that read. I hope you enjoyed that. Full book is auto narrated with a much kinder voice on Google Play Books for 99 cents. The works, there are 2 more in development. One's a science fiction thriller called The Forgotten Case of Rain. The other is a practical guide to living called Communication Love. To achieve said works is at Amazon.com, GooglePlaybooks.com, drafted digital, and which is connected to Barnes & Noble and Apple Books. Also in the show notes, I will leave other books similar to this work so that you can connect with other authors. My website is www.peoplestillread.com. It's Michael Lighten. I'll connect with you in the next audio.